Oh my gosh, I think that's one.
All right, we're going to go straight in, and the author now lists 5 ways in which bitachon is beneficial to Torah matters. Tranquility. The first benefit is that bitachon causes a person to be free from worry, allowing himself to devote his energy to serving God. ותועלותיו בו בתורתו מהן מנוחת נפשו וביטחונו על אלוקיו יתברך כמו שהעבד חייב לבטוח על אדוניו. Among the Torah benefits is tranquility of the soul, which is free of worry as a result of his reliance on God, just as a servant is bound to place his trust in his master. In the next few paragraphs, the author will illustrate how only a person who relies on God can be truly free of worry and have a peaceful state of mind. Because the person who does not place his trust in God is going to be placing his trust in an entity other than God. If a person does not place his trust in God to take care of him, he is de facto placing his trust in an entity other than God. There are those who, instead of trusting in God, place trust in themselves and their own abilities, in other people, professionals, or in the constellation, waiting for their lucky star to strike. All this is contrary to the tranquility achieved by placing trust in Hashem alone. That's from Pas Lechem Tov Halvanon. From a letter of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, you have 2 options, he says. Until you see the fulfillment of the blessing, you can go about anxious that perhaps, heaven forbid, the blessing will not be fulfilled. And even after the blessing is fulfilled, you'll continue to worry. Why did I have to waste so much energy worrying for nothing? Alternatively, you can be strong in your trust and faith in Hashem that he will lead you on the proper path and fulfill all the blessings with which you have been bestowed. Afterwards, when you see the fulfillment of the blessings, you can tell yourself, you see how well I handled myself by not worrying over matters over which there was no need for concern. So the commentary says that both in Torah matters and in worldly matters, the author continues to explain the benefits of our relationship with Hashem when we truly trust in him. In attributing the power of trust to all areas of life, the author is including every type of person, whether their main pursuit is wealth and materialism, or if they're just they have a pious ascetic lifestyle, trust will be beneficial for all of them. That's what is said in Marapela Nefesh. The bottom line is bitachon helps every single person regardless of his pursuits and aspirations. I'll do one more chapter and then one more little piece and then we'll wind up because it's a short Friday. Tranquility of the soul as a result of his reliance on God. Trust in God has its own inherent benefit. The Baal Shem Tov teaches that a person must pray for his trust to be strengthened because when God desires to punish, he begins by removing that person's trust in him. And that's from the Keter Shem Tov. So that's an interesting idea. So you have to actually pray for trust. This can be understood in the light of a statement by Rabbi Shmuel, the 4th Lubavitcher Rebbe, known as the Rebbe Maharash. A Jew is never deficient in sustenance. Rather, he is deficient in his trust of God. There is an abundance of sustenance prepared for every Jew. However, if a person is deficient in trust, the sustenance does not reach him. And that's written in Torah Shmuel. The Lubavitcher Rebbe explains that bitachon is like a faucet. I'll say it in a tap, like English people call faucet a tap. When we have it, the faucet is open and our blessings pour through. However, when we lack it, the faucet is closed. And that's from Toras Menachem. A servant is bound to place his trust in his master. The first benefit of bitachon with regards to religious life is a state of tranquility, which allows us to dedicate ourselves to the service of God. The author explains this with a parable of a servant who must rely on his master to take care of all his needs and is only concerned with his responsibility to his master. He doesn't need to worry about his bedding or his food. It's all taken care of. He just needs to show up and do the things he was supposed to do. And the same with us. In a similar vein, as servants of God, we trust that God will take care of our needs, and we therefore only need to concern ourselves with fulfilling our duties towards him. Bottom line, bitachon is like a tap. When you have it, the tap is open and your blessings will pour through. However, when you lack it, the tap is closed. Okay, Ilana, is there anything you wanted to add to that? comment or question?
I wish I could comment now, but I can't right this moment. So please go next time we
continue.
meet.
That's fine. We just did our few minutes, and that's perfectly fine on a short Friday. And we'll continue next time.
Sunday. Oh, well, let's discuss it off the Zoom.
Let me just switch off record. Hang on.